Okay, so you've decided you need a massage. You open up your laptop, start searching, and almost immediately you're hit with a really big question. In this huge sea of online results, how do you find a therapist you can actually truly trust? As we're about to see, it's a bit more complicated than you'd think.
So you type massage therapist near me into the search bar. Seems simple enough, right? And boom, you're hit with this wall of results. Websites, profiles, directories, all promising you the absolute best experience. And that's where things get tricky. How do you even begin to sort through all of this? I mean, which of these sites are just glorified ads and which ones are legitimate places to find a qualified, safe professional? It is not always obvious. Right away, you're kind of lost in this digital maze. You're seeing logos for places like Healthgrades, people claiming to be an ABMP member, and these official-looking seals from something called CAMTC. They all look important, but what on earth do they really mean? So in this explainer, we are going to cut right through that confusion. We'll start by looking at the search itself. Then we'll decode the different kinds of directories you'll find. After that, I'm going to give you a super simple playbook to follow. And by the end, you'll be a totally empowered consumer. All right, let's dive in. First up, let's break down exactly why the search feels so overwhelming in the first place, starting with all those different terms getting thrown around. You're going to see a ton of different phrases: licensed, certified, member of ABMP, or CAMTC certified. Now here's the real root of the problem. These terms are not the same thing. Not at all. A 5-star rating on a commercial website is a completely different universe from an official state certification. Okay, to make sense of all this, you really only need to understand one key thing. Pretty much every online source you find is going to fall into one of 3 distinct categories. Let's break them down. So here's how it all breaks down. First, you've got your official verifiers, like the California Massage Therapy Council, or CAMTC. Their entire job is public protection. They answer one simple question: is this person legally certified to do this? That's it. Then you have the professional communities, like ABMP. These are all about member benefits and networking. They just tell you, are they part of a professional group? And finally, there's the public marketplace, think Healthgrades. This is purely for advertising and reviews. It just answers, hey, what do other clients think? Now, state certification, this is the big one. It's the most important credential, period. It is a legal document that confirms a therapist has met all the mandatory education requirements and passed background checks. This isn't just a nice to have, it's the absolute baseline for public safety. Next up, those professional associations. You can think of these kind of like a trade group or a club for professionals. Being a member of something like ABMP shows a real commitment to the profession. It gives the therapist access to resources. It's a great sign. But remember, it's totally voluntary, and it is not a legal license to practice. And finally, we have the commercial directories, like Healthgrades. Let's be clear about what these are. They're basically marketplaces where therapists can list their services. And while they're fantastic for finding practitioners in your area and reading what other clients have to say, they are not a tool for official verification. Here's probably the easiest way to think about all this. When you're picking a doctor, you wouldn't just look at their profile on ZocDoc, would you? No way! You'd first make sure they're actually licensed by the state medical board. It is the exact same principle here. You verify their legal credentials first, then you can check out their public profile. Okay, so now that we've decoded the entire landscape, let's build your action plan. This is your simple, step-by-step guide to making a choice that you can feel totally confident and safe about. And the process is just 4 simple steps. Step 1, get the therapist's full name and their certificate number. Step 2, and this is the most important part, so listen up, go directly to the official state website like camtc.org and verify that their certificate is active and in good standing. Step 3, and only after you've done that verification can you go explore their profiles on other sites to read reviews. And finally, step 4, choose with confidence. So this all gives us a really simple cheat sheet to remember. When you see KMT certified, you know it means they've met the legal requirements to practice. If you see member of ABMP, that means they've joined a professional group, which is great, but it's not a license. And top rated on Healthgrades, that just means they have good client reviews. Useful info for sure, but it's not a credential. So with this knowledge, you're no longer just another person scrolling through search results. You are an empowered consumer, and you're ready to navigate this whole online world with clarity and with confidence. Look, if you remember only one thing from all of this, please make it this. Your search for verification has to begin and end in one place, the official state certification board. That is the only source of truth.
This right here is your new mantra. It's simple, it's powerful, and it keeps you safe. Before you book, before you pay, before you trust anyone with your well-being, you verify their credentials at the official source. Verify first, then trust.
Okay, so let's just do a super quick recap. State certification like CAMTC, that's the only official proof of legal status. Professional associations like ABMP, they show a commitment to the craft. Commercial directories like Health Grades, they're for discovery and for reviews. And the golden rule, always, always check the official state source before you book. And we'll end with this thought. We've been talking about massage therapists, but this applies pretty much everywhere, doesn't it? In a world of perfectly curated online profiles and paying to be at the top of the list, this process of separating marketing from actual verification is such a critical skill. So, what does trust really mean to you? And how do you verify it?